Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Daria, and today's practice is called Rinse and Cleanse. The monthly theme on my channel for March is water, and so we'll continue playing with the element of water, today focusing on the cleansing, clearing, rinsing effect of imagining our breath as water that can move through and erode tension as we travel through physical postures. This practice is flow-based, a little bit faster paced, less alignment focused, and you just need yourself a space to move and maybe some yoga blocks or props if you have some. Whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start from seated, so find your way to Sukhasana, sitting bones pressing into the earth. Let your knees come open wide and just set this seat up to be really comfortable for you. Allow your eyes to fall closed. Your palms can rest to your thighs, facing up or down. Feel the shoulders melting down your back. And then allow this to be really simple here. Just begin to feel your breath. Feel your body and the way the breath interacts with the body. And start to notice what's moving through. The thoughts as they come in and out, the fluctuations of physical sensations, and the constant ebb and flow of the breath. Begin to intentionally send the breath deeper so that your inhalations last a little bit longer with each new breath. Let's take a clearing sigh all together. Take a deep inhale through your nose, filling to the tops of the lungs. Big exhalation out of your mouth. Let something go. Soften your skin. Now begin breathing in and out through the nose once again. But continue to find that cleansing quality to your exhalations. Begin to feel the breath as fluid as water, flowing in and on the way out, eroding a layer of tension or stickiness or holding. Just stay here for a few more rounds. Softly blink your eyes open. We'll come right away to standing at the top of the mat. So find your way onto your feet. Feet hips distance apart. Press from your pelvis down through the lines of your legs into the soles of the feet and the earth. Spin your palms to face forward. And once again, find the melt of the shoulders away from the ears. Grow long through the crown of your head. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Next breath in, stretch through the fingertips, reach wide and then all the way up to the sky. Follow the thumbs with your eyes. Breathing out, draw your palms to prayer at heart center. Close your eyes and take a moment here to ask yourself if there is anything in particular that you'd like to process in your practice today. Anything you'd like to rinse through and cleanse. Eyes blink open, palms soften down. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Breathe out, dive down into a forward fold. Keep your spine long as you go down. Take an inhalation, lengthen halfway, lifting, crown of head forward, tailbone reaching back. Breathe out, place your palms and softly step back into a plank. Press the ground away from you. Pull up through your thighs, activate. Start to feel the fires building in your front body. Spread the shoulder blades, broaden the upper back. Breathe in, lean forward. Breathe out, lower chaturanga, come halfway down and then melt all the way onto the front body. Untuck your toes, press your toenails down. Breathe in and lift up into a cobra. Activate the pelvic floor. Lift your low belly and your low core. Draw your elbows back and toward one another to pull the shoulder blades together and open the chest. Inhale here. Breathe out, come through hands and knees, tuck your toes, curl your tailbone to the sky as you glide back into downward facing dog. Here in down dog, take 3 breaths, explore the shape however you'd like. One more breath in. And breathe out. Inhale, look forward to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel there, forward fold, toes together or feet hips distance, whatever you prefer. Breathe in, lengthen out halfway. Breathe out, bow down, reach your chest to your thighs and the crown of your head to your toes. Inhale, press through your feet with a long spine, rise back up to standing, strong back body, fingertips rise. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Going again just like this. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, long spine into a forward fold, Uttanasana, dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift, stretch it out. Breathe out, place your palms, step to plank. Inhale, lean forward, glide the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga, come halfway down. Untuck the toes, press to up dog or stick with cobra if that feels better in the low back. Take an inhalation to expand. And on your exhalation, belly button to spine, hips go high, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Smooth out your inhalations and your exhalations. One more round, steady into hands and feet. Press actively into the earth. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step or float to the top of the mat, finding your way into a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bow down. Breathe in, press firmly through your feet with a long spine, rise to standing, gaze to your thumbs. Breathe out, palms to prayer at heart center. One more. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, leading with your heart like you're swimming through water. Dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, step or float back. Breathe in, up dog or cobra, arc your heart to the top of the mat. Breathe out, find downward facing dog, hips skyward. 3 breaths here. Spread into your fingers, spread into your toes. Breathe in, lift your heels, look forward. Breathe out, bend your knees deeply and take a big hop to the top of your mat, finding a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out through the spine. And exhale, just fold down. Inhale, press through your feet, long spine, rise to stand, gaze to the thumbs. Breathe out, palms to prayer at heart center. Close your eyes, just take one simple breath here, in through the nose and out. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips deeply, low and back. Try to bring your thigh bones parallel to the earth and then stretch your fingertips up to the sky. And now as you breathe out, sink your hips even lower, relax your shoulders down your back. See if you can bring your palms together to touch. Draw in through your core. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, bow your chest forward, glide your fingertips back, and maybe float your heels away from the earth. Squeeze your inner thighs to the midline. On your next inhalation, press your heels down, ripple through your spine, and rise all the way up to standing. As you go, hug your left knee up toward your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Plug down into your right big toe. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, float your left leg to hover just an inch or so away from the mat. Reach your heart forward as your fingertips glide back, finding airplane pose. Breathe in here, elongate and grow through the shape. As you breathe out, bend your right knee deeply, softly. Step your left toes to the back of the mat, aligning for warrior one. Land your big toe first, then the heel and the pinky side of the foot. Press down and rise your torso up to standing tall in warrior one. Take a deep breath in here. Breathe out, sink deeper into the rooting of your feet. Tuck your tailbone under and activate your core. One more breath in. Breathing out, lift your back heel, circle your palms down and around, step to plank and take a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. On your next inhalation, float your right leg high to three-legged down dog. Right away, stack your hip, bending at the knee. Make some circles, explore, open the hips. Try to spiral the right side of your ribs down toward the earth. So shoulders remain square even as the hips open. Reverse the direction of your circles. Now square your hips, breathe in, kick high, three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. As you breathe out, float your left heel, hug right knee through to your chest, look forward and step forward. Come onto your fingertips and spin your back heel down like warrior two in the legs. On your inhalation, press firmly into your right fingertips and start to peel the left side of your body open. So left fingertips reach to the sky. Curl your right sit bone underneath of you. Breathing here, grow. So try to dig down even more firmly into the knife edge of your left foot, and then see if you can stretch your left fingertips all the way forward over your ear. Contract a little into your right side body so the left side can breathe and expand. Deep breath in. Now breathing out, press down through your feet, rise to standing in warrior two. Settle through the hips, both sides evenly sinking. Spin your gaze forward over your right fingertips. Inhale here. Stay for your breath out. On your next inhalation, pivot to lift your back heel, spin your left toes to point forward, and we'll circle the right arm all the way around into the back of the left thigh. Lift up through your chest, left fingertips high, and then lean a little into your back body to come into an exalted warrior. Think less of a back bend and more lifting of the heart. One more breath in. Now breathing out, hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh as you sink your back knee softly to the mat. So we'll land in a twisted lunge. Right palm presses down onto the left one. Take the inhale to grow your spine. Take your exhale to plug down into your big toes and start to turn the left ribs in the direction of the right ones. Eyes eventually might travel up and over the right elbow. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Unwind, face forward to the top of the mat. Left palm down inside of the right foot, just inside of it. So the thumb is kind of touching the big toe mound. Pick up your back knee and walk your left foot in a little closer to your front foot, angling your toes out to 45-ish degrees. Bring your right thumb to your right hip crease and drag back on it. Plug the outer right hip in toward the midline of your body. Then, as the right leg draws towards straight, start to spiral through the right fingertips all the way up to the sky. Follow the fingertips with your gaze. If it's too much here, have a block under the left palm. If you'd like a little more, play with stepping your left fingertips outside of the right foot toward the pinky edge. Breathe through everything you can feel. Let's take one more breath in, grow through the spine. Use the exhale to twist through your body. Unwind, look forward, bend a little into your right knee. Just softly step your left foot down beside the right, finding a fold at the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, just bow down, forward fold. Breathe in, chair pose, bend the knees deeply, stretch your fingertips up to the sky, possibly draw your palms to touch, hug your inner thighs toward one another, but still press into the pinky side of your feet as well. Deep breath in, lengthen. Now breathing out, shift your chest forward and your fingertips back, maybe floating the heels away from the earth. On your next inhalation, press your heels down, ripple through your spine, rise up to stand and hug your right knee toward your chest as your fingertips go high. Take one more breath in here. Grow evenly into the earth through the left big toe and up to the sky through all 10 fingertips. As you breathe out, hover the right foot an inch away from the mat. Just skim the surface there. Cactus your elbows. Send your heart forward, right toes back, and then eventually fingertips back into an airplane pose. Let everything grow and extend and expand. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your left knee deeply. Reach your arms forward to counter the balance of right toes stepping back, aligning for warrior one. As your foot finds rooting, breathe in, scoop the left sit bone down under you, and then press through your feet to lift your arms high. Warrior one. Close your ribs, square the shoulders forward, and then sink. Breathing in here. And just stay as you breathe out. Take one more breath in. Lengthen through the tips of your fingers. As you breathe out, lift your back heel, palms circle down and around. Soft step back into plank and lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart reaches forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in, three-legged down dog, left leg rises. Breathing out, stack the left hip over the right one, kick your heel towards your sit bone, bending the knee, and start circling into the hips. Just exploring, open things up. Let there be no boundaries to this movement. Go a couple times in each direction. Breathing in, square your hips, kick high left leg. Breathing out, step forward, left foot through, two, inner left thumb, soft landing. Come up onto your fingertips, pivot your back heel down, aligning for warrior two in the legs. Now tuck the left sit bone underneath of you, press through the left fingertips, and begin to turn your torso toward the right side of the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky. Stack the right side of your body on top of the left side. Then grow the line from the outer edge of your back foot all the way forward, past your fingertips as you draw your bicep beside your ear. Take a deep breath in here, grow. Use your exhalation to press into the earth. Use the strength of your core and your legs to rise up to standing in a warrior two. And then allow yourself to melt here into the pose. Deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Feel your toes beneath you. Inhale, lift your back heel, turn your toes to point forward. Windmill your arms until left hand lands to the back of the right thigh. Lengthen up first, lift your pelvic floor. Then start to lean back, bolstered by the support of the back body. Inhale, grow through your heart. Exhale, hook. Right elbow outside of the left thigh coming forward, and then land your back knee softly down to the mat. Press your palms together and twist your heart toward your thumbs. Draw back on your outer left hip and continue to hug your inner thighs a little together. One more breath in. And stay for your exhalation. Unwind. Land your right palm or fingertips inside of your front foot. Lift your back knee and walk your feet to a pyramid stance. So back foot pulls in slightly, angling the toes out 45-ish degrees. Take your left thumb to your hip crease and drag back on it to draw left leg straight or straight-ish. And then root down into your right palm, either inside or outside of the foot, on a block or on the mat. As you revolve through your chest. Ribs are turning, even as the hips stay squaring to the top of the mat. Stabilize by plugging into your feet and continue hugging belly button to spine. Eyes might eventually glide all the way up toward the left thumbnail. Deep breaths. One more inhalation. And then on the exhale, look forward, unwind, and step forward. And we'll take the feet hips distance apart, hook the big toes with the peace fingers, and just bow in for a couple of breaths here. Bend your knees as much as you need to find that connection. Allow the back of the neck and your skull and the crown of your head to fully surrender. Close your eyes and feel the breath here like water, rinsing up and down your spine, untangling knots, unwinding anything you don't need to be holding in the physical fabric of your body. Release the toes, walk your feet together to touch. Now, fingertips can stay to the earth or draw your palms to prayer at heart center. We're gonna sink all the way down to a squat, trying to keep the knees together. From here, breathe in, reach your fingertips forward. As you breathe out, right elbow to outer left thigh. Fingertips can come down outside of the left foot if it's available, and then start to turn through your chest. So we're finding this really deep prayer twist, sitting low and back, weight to the heels. Breathe in deeply. As you breathe out, anchor into what is connected to your outer left thigh and twist a little deeper. Unwind, inhale, fingertips reach forward or palms to prayer. Sit your hips super, super low, coming down to a little squat. Now, hook left elbow outside of right thigh. Fingertips land maybe to the mat, or if it's too much, just keep the palms in prayer into a prayer twist. So here, even as we're twisting, the spine is growing. Tailbone is stretching back, crown of head reaching to the top of the mat, inhaling. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more breath. Unwind. Breathe in, press down through your feet. We'll rise all the way up to standing, palms high. Exhale, palms draw to prayer at heart center. Just take a couple steadying breaths here. In and out through the nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale, reach up, look up, eyes open. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, grow through your spine and the crown of your head. Breathe out, chaturanga, step or float. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, lift your heels and pivot both heels toward the right side of the mat. Keep your right heel lifted and then bend deeply into your knees until you can bring the left heel down. Hug your inner thighs toward one another and get this nice opening into the left side of your body. You can stay here, maybe turn your eyes under the left arm, possibly come up onto your left fingertips, or maybe even cactus the elbow, coming into a little side plank variation here. If you'd like, claw through your right fingertips, press even more into the left foot. See if you can draw the sole or the inside of your right foot to your left inner thigh, bending at the knee, and then maybe stretch right foot all the way out toward the left. Inhale. As you exhale, left palm lands down. Pivot on your feet. Pick up your right foot if it's not already. We're gonna float into wild thing. Sink the left heel down once again. Step your right toes off the mat behind you. Bend into your feet. Weight the pelvis down into gravity. Then on an inhalation, allow yourself to express open. It's like the whole front side of your body is illuminating and glowing and opening. Try not to force anything beyond where it naturally is. Use the breath to go in layer by layer. One more inhale. Take the exhale to draw in through your core and pivot yourself back into a downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Heels lift. Exhale, both heels to the left, toes to the right. Bend your knees. Drop the right heel, keep the left one lifted. Hug in through the left waist. Expand right side body. Anchor through the knife edge, outer edge of your right foot. Maybe come up onto right fingertips. Maybe cactus your right elbow, spin your heart to the side as you stack right side body over the left. Stay here or press more into left hand and right foot to hug the inner left foot to right inner thigh, bending the knee. And then from here, possibly stretching left leg all the way out and forward. Inhale. Exhale, right palm lands, pick up your back heel, hug left knee to your chest, and then roll to the knife edge of your right foot, pivoting the toes in the opposite direction. Left toes step off the mat behind you. Use the inhalation to open up everything into a wild thing. You can do whatever you want with the left arm. Sometimes it's nice to place it onto the left hip and gently drive it open. Or maybe arm behind your head or hand all the way forward to the top of the mat. Big inhale. And exhale, roll your way mindfully back into a downward facing dog. Inhale. Big sigh out of your mouth, let it go. One more breath in. Open your mouth, release, clear. Lift your heels, bring your knees down to the mat. Walk your knees as wide away from one another as they'll go. We'll set up for frog pose. So creating 90-degree angles with the legs, begin to allow your pelvis to sink back. You might stay upright on your palms or possibly come down onto the forearms. The action here of the hips is pressing backward. That's where you'll feel the intensity and the stretch and the release. If this is too much on the hips today, no worries. You could take Baddha Konasana as an alternative, bringing the soles of the feet together and the knees wide, folding forward from a seated position. Wherever you are, check for where you're holding unnecessarily. Sometimes the body activates in a way that is protective when we are experiencing something intense. So use the breath to soothe and calm your system so that you know it's safe to drop. And we'll take about 5 more breaths here. Relax the low belly and fill it up with every inhale. And then direct your exhales to what you feel. As you encounter tension, imagine it's like a rock on the beach, on the side of on the shore. And so when the breath comes in, it's like the wave from the ocean is coming up and over and around the rock. And with your exhalation, it's the moment where the wave gets pulled back, the receding action. And as it goes, it's just taking any extra layers off of the rock, any sand, any residue, eroding one bit by bit. Soften your shoulders and your jaw. Now to come out of the frog position, bring your palms forward. We're gonna move forward. So just kind of slide through. You can stretch your legs straight back behind you. And then as you're ready, elbows down into a sphinx pose. From here, kick the heels in toward the sit bones. Keep your knees pretty wide and allow the feet to windshield wiper from side to side, releasing and letting that go. From here, press your palms down beside your ribs. Come on up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes behind you. As you inhale, soften down into the low belly. Curl the tailbone to the sky. Pull your heart forward, arcing through the spine, eyes up. As you breathe out, press down, round and curl your spine, suction front body to back body, and then float your knees up and away from the earth, coming into a rounded high plank. Breathe in here. Breathe out, ride the wave of your breath all the way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to a seat at the top of your mat. Bring your sit bones to the earth and find Sukhasana. We'll take a few rounds of breath, dynamically stretching into the hips. Plant your palms to your thighs. Take a deep breath in, grow up through the crown of your head, lengthen the spine, open the heart. Breathing out, lead with the chest and just bow down and forward over your legs, stretching your nose to the top of the mat. Then inhale, curl in a little through your core and rise all the way back up to a tall seat. And as you exhale, reach your chest forward, bow down. 2 more like this, like a wave. Inhale, lift your body. Exhale, bow forward. Breathe in to rise. Breathe out, widen the knees, send your chest down. And then come up again on your next breath in. Uncross your legs, feet to the top of the mat. Slowly roll down your spine, come all the way to lying on your back. Once the back of your head lands, hug your knees to your chest. You can bring the hands to the fronts of the shins and create some circles on your low back. Massage that space with your body weight. Go a couple times in each direction. And then hug in to a nice tight hug. Wrap your forearms around the shins, maybe stretching to your outer feet. And hug the knees so tightly to your chest as you curl your chin in and up. See how much you can compress and squeeze into yourself. Deep breath in. And breathe out, melt down into your final resting pose, shavasana. Give yourself permission here to just be with everything as it is. Drop the tension, drop the activation, and simply absorb the cleansing effects of your practice today. Start to bring life back into your body as you deepen the breath. And just see what you can feel. And take a couple deeper exhales to wash away anything that's still stuck to you that you don't need. When your next inhalation comes, arms back, toes forward, long body. And breathe out like a wave crashing on the beach. Gently roll to one side or the other. For fetal pose, drop here. Press down and rise up to a seat. Meeting back in Sukhasana. Feel the length crawling up your spine. Here, spin your palms facing to the sky. Open, receptive, soft hands, soft fingers. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up to the tops of the lungs. And breathe out. Feel the effects of your exhalation on the full body. Check in with anything that opened up for you during this practice. Any processing that was able to occur. And sometimes the processing doesn't happen all at once. The rinsing, the cleansing, it is itself a process. So if it feels incomplete or unfinished, that's okay. Just acknowledge where you are and how far you've come. Draw your palms to meet in prayer at Heart Center. Here, take a pause to say something nice to yourself about your body. Acknowledge everything it does for you. Last breath all together. Inhale. Exhale, rinse everything away. Lift your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I love sharing this practice with you, so thank you so much. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can do that down below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. Both of these really help to support me. I hope you're feeling good and doing well wherever you are. Have a great day or night, and I will see you soon in the next class. Bye.